Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to another episode of Modded Megaquarium, Brutal Campaign Mode. Thank you for joining me today and continuing to show your support for the series. If you do enjoy this episode, please leave a like and a comment, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. So this should be now the final episode of Elmshorn of this level, because all we have left to do is fill this tank with some tubular sponges, daisy star polyps, toadstool leather corals, and a fully grown Voltaine's lionfish. However, there is a couple more things I do want to do in here, and I want to run through some of the things I've learnt in this level as well. The first thing I've learnt is to make sure I know exactly what is available, because there's a lot more animals now. However, I was last episode wanting to get a load of cold water fish into some tanks, and of course in here we don't have a chiller, so yeah, we couldn't do that. So yeah, I've got to make sure I know exactly what equipment I have, what tanks are there, and we also tried to put cold water fish in with some tropical fish, and that didn't work either. So yeah, just being more aware of what's going on and what animals need moving forwards will do us a lot of help. So the other thing I've learned is in brutal campaign mode, using these Tetra tanks is massively useful. You can see we're back up to 27,000 after the end of last episode. I think we were down to about 2,000 at the end of last episode, and it hasn't taken that long to actually get back up to this level. And that should be enough to fill this up and to make sure we've got this looking really nice. And I suppose the last thing is that the Uber heaters and the Uber filters and the skimmers, they are extremely expensive, so I was wanting to use those up here. We could get rid of a lot of this stuff if we could use those, but they are too expensive to be able to use at the moment. So anyway, let's get on with filling this tank. So I'm going to pause the game while we do this, and I suppose the first thing, we'll just run down the list, why not? So we'll go for the blue tubular sponge, and it says we want 4 of them, so we've got a nice deep tank in here. Oh, one thing I've just thought, do these need lights? Yes, they do, and so we're going to have to put some lights onto this tank. I think they're in this menu, the power lights, and yes, they can fit on this tank. That's one of the things I was worried about, was where the tanks, this tank wouldn't allow them. So these will need zooplankton. We do have enough at the moment for a auto feeder. However, I'm not going to put it in just yet because we've got a lot more stuff to put in here. So the next things we want are in our message log here. We have the toadstool leather corals. So we'll put these in, these look quite nice. Put one there and one right down the front there. So there's that. The next thing we want, but let's take that off, is the daisy. So daisy star polyp. We want 2 of these. So go 1 and 2. Oh no, we need 4 of those. Okay. 3. And 4. There we go. And we also need a fully grown Voltaine's lionfish. So again, let's search for that. The lion. Voltaine's lionfish that eats mussels. Will eat fish and crustaceans. Other than that, it looks fairly simple to house. Needs some cave. Okay, we're actually going to put 3 of them in there. I think that'll look quite nice. We have 17,000. Let's get the cave up first, and we will see where we're up to. I'd like to be able to put one of these in, but it is 12,500, and so it'll only give us a little bit to play with in terms of all of this stuff. Let's see what we want. Let's actually have a look down the list. Let's have a look at some of the stuff we haven't seen yet or used yet. So, oh, we have these nets. I really like these nets. Have I left myself enough space? Just there. That's going to be the first thing I put in. And so now we do have a load of these as well, don't we? Ooh. I don't want to fill it up too much actually with these, because I think it'll look weird with just all of this stuff around the bottom of it. But obviously we are going to need some kelp. I mean, you can't have a tank without kelp in it. You can also put some of a nice big kelp up at the back. Don't have access to the mega tank kelp yet, but this is the cylindrical kelp, which is for the sunken tanks. And well, let's see what else we want. Do we want any more vegetation in there? I think because we need a lot of cave, we're going to have to put that in first. We've done the PVC, so we don't want the PVC one. Let's actually do a search for this, what we can put in with the cave. This is going to give us all of the fish that need caves as well. So we have some of... I do like that one. That one looks really quite nice, because that actually fits in as well. So if I move this guy here, if we say... Which one is it? That one? No. No. That one. Okay. And we'll move you just one further over to there. Which means we actually want to move this one right into the corner there. Just to make it a little bit more even. And then we can put that rocky overhang with some kelp. And we'll put it in that way. Why not? And that's only given us 8, so we do need one more. I think I'm going to use a little bit of driftwood in there. Or, yeah, we've got a small driftwood and that will give us just that one. That's okay. Now how's that looking? I think we don't have much space to put stuff now in there. So there's a lot of coral. So I think I'm going to call that good for now, apart from, let's put some decoration in there. Is it called ornament or is it called decoration? Decoration, there we go. So let's go with the conch just at the back there, just to give us a little bit more prestige. I know we don't need it now, but it's to make it look nice. And yeah, I'm gonna call that good. I think that should be okay. So we're going to need to put the food dispensers into here. So we need zooplankton and mussels. So let's have a look for mussels. There's a mussel dispenser and Q to rotate and plankton. There's zooplankton. There we go. And that's just to give us enough for now. Oh yeah, there's no feeders up here because... Oh, there is a feeder up here. That's okay. So they are being fed now. That's brilliant. And then when this ticks up a bit more, we'll be able to put the auto feeders in. I think I'll go for the zooplankton first because that's going to be a lot of feeding required for that. Okay, you've been... Oh, right, okay, there's 2 of them on top of each other there. Yeah, I'm going to put one of the auto feeders here, and then... I'm not sure where else we'd put one. Maybe we can extend this down and put a little thing in there as well. Let's just have a look what that looks like. So if we move that down to there, and that down to there, we can put platform, 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 and... No, we can't because we can't get out of there then. Does that matter? Not particularly, no it doesn't. But then again, if that doesn't matter, what we can also do, because we don't need the staff door, I can bump this down by 1, and then I can make sure that this is attached again. I can put a wall or partition up on there, and then I can put this there, And that will give us space for 2 of the dispensers, the auto dispensers. So we'll put all of that back. Okay. Now I think I'm going to be alright adding 1 of them in now. That'll take us down to about 3,000. So there we go. And we will put this as zooplankton first of all, which means we can get rid of the zooplankton there. And I think I'm going to let this run for a little bit. Oh, okay. No, I can't, because we are actually slightly underrated here, because this one needs to be attached. There we go. So now everything is okay. Everything is working. Let's just close all these windows. And then as soon as these lionfish actually grow up, that is the thing completed. I do want to play on this level just a little bit more though, just to add in just a little bit down here to pretty the place up, because I've still got all of these Tetra tanks which were just here to give us money basically, because brutal campaign mode takes so much money off you all the time. You need these Tetra tanks to keep yourself afloat. So a couple of days have passed and we're up to 4 out of 5 days here. I have actually taken this wall out and allowed these people to come down to this tank. So I want to start by moving some of this stuff around and actually giving us a little bit more space. So if we actually take this out where I left it before, and I'll take that bit out as well. And there we go. There is the end of that level. But we do want to just tidy this up a bit. So let us grab that. And we'll put all of these along this wall. So they will go there, and then this one there. I actually want, let's see, let's bring it out by another 1. And that will allow us to make that look a bit more neat there. The next thing, I can let this play as we change all of this around. I did want to try and put a big sign in, but they are too big to go there. They're 3 wide. So I might actually put one in over here. So we have, I think it's in here. We have a big information sign. You can see they are 3 wide. And that can go, why not? It can go there. That's okay. Let's just have a look what these messages are. I thought they would be. Lionfish 12, 11 and 13. Have I got Voltaine's lionfish elsewhere? Seems they wouldn't be. I would have thought that would have been 1, 2 and 3. I might have just been able to put a fully grown one in there. I can't see any around. What do they look like? Those ones. They're definitely not in there. No, I suppose I may have had some earlier on in my level, and it's just remembered that. Oh well, never mind. So here as well, I suppose, actually this is in the way now. Typically. This, I'm going to move right up to there, because I want to put another one of these bench things in here. So I want to put the bin right there, and then benches. Let's just search for those, bench, and we'll put one there, and one there. And then at the back over here, it's just a shame at the moment we don't have any more of the vending machines, because we've got plenty of space for them, but there's only fizzy drinks machine, and that's it. Let's put 2 of them there. And we could put a load of other stuff in. I just want to show you a couple of the other tanks that we will be using in the next one, because there's a load of them been unlocked, and it's just a shame we haven't really been able to have a look at them properly. So we've got the ones we've seen before, the 2-level tanks, the rounder chrysal tank, lagoon corner tank, and the... is that one even? I can't even remember what's vanilla anymore. And this giant tank here, which I do want to use. I think the level where we have to get all the sharks, I'm going to use this. I'm going to get the round tank here. I'm going to put all the sharks into that. I can't remember which level it is, but we will get to it. So, and we've got all the corner tanks and everything as well, and the deep corner tanks. But we do have stuff like this, a tiny observer tank. So it's just a tiny little observer tank like that. So it's really cute, really sweet. And you can really segment your fish off as well in those, and create... It's one thing I haven't really done, is created an aquarium with lots and lots of very small tanks. So depending on what the next level is, I can't fully remember, we may go for something like that, go for lots and lots of small tanks. Because in this level I tried to create a very small area for people to funnel around, so that I wanted this wall to follow all the way around as just tank, and I managed to do it, but it does make it very awkward, I have to say that. It makes it very awkward to see what's going on. I like the bigger surroundings, like 5 wide paths with an extra tile on the edges as well. So it ends up being 7 wide from side to side, and it allows you to put a lot of stuff in, decoration wise. And with the paints, we haven't even done anything with the paints in this level, just because of the way that I wanted to try and organise the tanks going around. Well, I suppose really there's not much more we can do here, so I think we'll grab a palm tree and stick it down. And maybe one more, just in the middle of a rocky floor there, why not? Just to make it a little bit pretty. And then yeah, we'll call this level done. So, there is one thing with this game, but oh no, you can't you? I was going to say that you can't just go to the next level, you have to go and click new game, but no. In your message log, you win. I'm ready to take the job at Valberg. Is this the Aztec one? Oh no, it's not the Aztec one. Restore this historic aquarium to profitability. Well, that is what we are going to do next level. Well, one thing I have found so far is that we haven't really been able to play around with too much of the modded stuff because we've been very low level. And that means we don't have access to the chillers, we don't have access to the big pumps, we don't have access to the really large combi filters and UV light projectors and all that stuff. But now as we're going through, we'll start getting more and more access to all of this stuff, and we'll be able to put a lot more of the modded stuff into the game. So I know it's felt a little bit vanilla so far, and I have been trying to add in the modded stuff as and when I can. But yeah, from now on I'm hoping, now that we've got to level 4, that we'll be able to really push hard with the modded stuff. Now I'd quite like to know what you think. Should I, with Valberg, go for a very small tanks and try and fit as many really small tanks in as possible? Or should I do something like using the modular tanks, only using modded tanks and stuff like that? Let me know how you want me to play Valberg, because I'm more than happy to find our own playstyle. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me today. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I will see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.